Most people think discipline starts in the gym or at work. But it begins the moment your alarm rings. That sound, the alarm, is not just a call to wake up. It's a call to rise above yourself. It's the battle between the person you are and the person you could be. Every morning, before the sun rises, there is a moment of truth. You can either choose comfort or you can choose growth. And in that quiet war, no one will know which side you chose. But your future will. Law 1. Wake up before the world. Most people think discipline starts in the gym or at work. But it begins the moment your alarm rings. That sound, the alarm, is not just a call to wake up. It's a call to rise above yourself. It's the battle between the person you are and the person you could be. Every morning, before the sun rises, there is a moment of truth. You can either choose comfort or you can choose growth. And in that quiet war, no one will know which side you chose. But your future will. When you wake up before the world, you gain something no one else does: silence. And in that silence, you hear your real thoughts. You see your real fears. And you meet your true self. Most people hide behind distractions or their phones, noise, notifications. But discipline is born in silence. When you wake up early, you separate yourself from the chaos. You enter a space where your mind belongs only to you. The strong understand that the early hours are sacred. The world belongs to those who prepare while others sleep. The soldiers, the monks, the kings, they all share one thing. They rise before the sun. Because the early morning teaches you pain, and pain builds power. The body says, sleep more. The mind says, rest. But your spirit whispers, get up. And if you listen to that whisper, you become unstoppable. Waking up early isn't about productivity, it's about control. When you control your morning, you control your day. And when you control your day, you begin to control your life. It's not about being better than others, it's about being better than you were yesterday. There's a reason the weak hit snooze. They live for comfort. But comfort never created greatness. It only creates regret. Every morning is a test. You either pass by rising, or you fail by staying in bed. But here's the truth, no one's watching. There's no applause. There's no reward. Just quiet victory inside your own mind. And that victory builds your foundation. Because if you can win the battle against the bed, you can win against anything. So, wake up before the world does. Not because you must, but because you choose to. The world may sleep through their dreams, but you'll wake up and chase yours. Law 2. Control your mind, or it will control you. Your greatest enemy doesn't live outside you. It lives inside your head. It whispers doubts when you're strong. It screams excuses when you're weak. And most men spend their whole lives as slaves to that voice, the voice of comfort, fear, and weakness. Your mind is a wild beast. If you don't tame it, it will destroy you. If you don't command it, it will command you. Most people think they make their own choices. But in truth, their emotions do. Anger, jealousy, fear, these invisible chains control their every action. And they call it life. But discipline means breaking those chains. Controlling your mind doesn't mean ignoring emotions. It means understanding them. Watching them rise and fall like waves. Without letting them drown you. A disciplined mind is calm when others panic. It's focused when others are distracted. It sees truth while others see noise. When your mind says, I can't, discipline says, you can. When your thoughts say, you failed, discipline says, not yet. When your emotions burn like fire, discipline becomes your water, steady, cool, controlled. Every day, your mind will test you. It will try to pull you back into comfort, into laziness, into fear. And if you give in, even once, it grows stronger. But every time you say no to weakness, you reclaim control. Imagine a warrior standing still in the middle of chaos. Arrows flying, Enemies shouting, dust and blood everywhere. But his eyes never move. That's what mental control feels like. You become unshakable, no matter what the world throws at you. Discipline isn't about how much you can lift, but how much chaos you can stand without breaking. It's not physical, it's mental. Because once your mind obeys you, everything else follows. The secret is awareness. Don't let your thoughts drag you, observe them. When fear appears, look at it like a scientist. When laziness whispers, see it as an intruder. When anger burns, breathe. Don't fight emotion, outlast it. Remember this. Your mind is your servant, not your master. Make it obey your command, not your comfort. Most people are ruled by their thoughts. But you will rule your thoughts. Control your mind, or it will control you. Because the strongest man is not the one who conquers others, but the one who conquers himself. Law 3. Delay gratification. The world is addicted to now. Everyone wants results today, success today, happiness today. But the truth is simple, nothing great was ever built in comfort or speed. Everything real takes time. And discipline means learning to wait when your heart screams to rush. There's a reason the strong stay quiet while the weak celebrate early. The strong know that temporary pleasure is a trap. A soft, sweet prison disguised as reward. While everyone chases instant satisfaction, the disciplined man is building silently, day after day. To delay gratification means to master yourself. To tell your emotions, not yet. It's saying no to comfort now so you can live in freedom later. It's skipping the party today to create a life tomorrow that feels like one. Every great builder, every champion, every wise philosopher understood this. Success demands patience. Power demands restraint. And peace demands control over desire. Your brain loves dopamine. That tiny rush when you scroll, when you eat junk, when you get a like, a notification, a compliment. It feels good, but it robs you. Every moment of cheap pleasure steals your ability to feel real fulfillment. Because real fulfillment is earned, not clicked, not bought, not downloaded. When you delay gratification, you're not punishing yourself. You're training yourself. You're rewiring your brain to value long-term satisfaction over instant pleasure. You're reminding yourself that good things take time. And great things take pain. Think of the seed in the soil. It's buried in darkness. It feels the weight of the earth, the pressure, the cold. But it waits silently. And one day, that same pressure turns it into a tree. That's what delayed gratification does to you. It turns pressure into power. The weak quit because they don't see results fast enough. The strong continue because they understand time is part of the process. Discipline means doing the work today, without needing to see the reward tomorrow. Every time you resist temptation, you build strength. Every time you choose patience, you earn wisdom. Every time you delay gratification, you rise above the world's noise and live by your own law. Remember this. Instant pleasure feels good for a moment. Self-control feels powerful forever. So don't chase the quick reward. Build a long victory. Let others enjoy their comfort today. You'll enjoy your freedom tomorrow. Because in the end, the man who can wait wins. Law 4. Be consistent when no one is watching. Discipline is not built in applause. It is forged in silence. The world celebrates results, victories, trophies. But it never sees the countless hours spent in preparation. It never sees the mornings when you wake up tired. The nights when you push yourself past exhaustion. The moments when no one cheers, because no one is there. This is the crucible of true power. Consistency in private is the foundation of greatness in public. The man who performs only when watched is weak. The man who trains, works, and builds when alone is unstoppable. Every champion, every successful leader, every master of his craft has one thing in common. They do the work when it is inconvenient. They persist when no one will notice. They continue when the world is asleep, indifferent, unaware. The truth is harsh. Most people quit long before they reach their potential. They wait for motivation, recognition, or reward. But motivation is fleeting. Recognition is unreliable. The reward is meaningless without effort. Discipline means taking action, whether anyone notices or not. It means writing in your journal at 4 a.m. Lifting the weights when your body begs to rest. Studying when friends are out, partying, laughing, and living without care. Because every small act of consistency compounds into something extraordinary. You don't need approval. You don't need applause. You need yourself. The stronger your private discipline, the less the world can sway you. Because it's not about showing off, it's about building a foundation no one can see. But that will one day hold your empire. Consider the farmer who wakes before sunrise. He works the soil every day, in silence. Rain or shine, he sows. He weeds. He waters. The world might never notice his effort. But when the harvest comes, all the unseen work manifests into abundance. So it is with your life. Every act of consistency is a seed. Every repetition, every sacrifice, every silent decision. They accumulate into power, resilience, and freedom. True discipline is invisible. It is the work that goes unnoticed. It is the grind that others avoid. It is choosing the hard path when the easy one tempts you. Remember this. Success is a mirror of private effort. Weakness hides when no one watches. Strength shows itself in solitude. The man who masters consistency in private becomes unstoppable in public. Be consistent when no one is watching. Because one day the world will notice. And on that day, your empire won't be built on luck, talent, or opportunity. It will be built on silent, relentless, unwavering discipline. Law 5. Master your emotions. Anger. Fear. Doubt. These are not enemies outside you, they live inside, waiting to control you. Every man will face storms, some external, some born in the mind. And the difference between a weak man and a strong one is not in the storm itself, but in how he faces it. Discipline means mastering your emotions. It means standing tall while chaos rages. Speaking calmly while others shout. Thinking clearly while others panic. Most people let emotion decide their fate. They react to insult with anger, to fear with hesitation, to failure with despair. But a disciplined man does not react, he observes, he calculates, he chooses. He does not let the world dictate his mood or his decisions. He controls himself first, and the world bends around him. The storm will come for everyone. The colleague who betrays. The friend who doubts. The enemy who attacks. The voice inside that says, you can't. And when it comes, you have two choices. To be consumed by it, or to rise above it. To master your emotions is not to ignore them. It is to transform them into power. Anger becomes focus. Fear becomes preparation. Doubt becomes clarity. Every time you lose your temper, you give someone else power over your life. Every time you panic, you surrender your future to chance. Every time you act on impulse, you weaken your foundation. But every time you breathe, think, and act with control, you strengthen yourself in ways the world cannot see. You become a man whose calm is unshakable. A man whose mind is a fortress. A man whose presence commands respect. The Stoics taught that nothing outsiders can harm the soul. It is the inner fortress, the mastery over thought and feeling, that determines our strength. So train your mind like a soldier trains for battle. Anticipate anger, face fear, welcome doubt. Acknowledge the emotions, but do not obey them. Let them flow through you, not dictate your actions. Control is not weakness. It is the ultimate power. The man who masters himself does not need to dominate others. The world obeys his presence naturally. Because strength is felt, not shouted. Remember, a disciplined man does not break when the storm hits. He bends, adapts, absorbs, and moves forward. He is calm in chaos. He is steady in panic. He is free because nothing inside him is uncontrollable. Master your emotions, and you master your life. Because when the mind is calm, the world is yours. Law 6. Keep promises to yourself. Discipline is trust, not with the world, but with yourself. Every promise you break to others can be forgiven. Every promise you break to yourself is a wound to your own character. And the man who cannot keep his word to himself will never command respect, power, or freedom. Every goal you set, every habit you try to build, every decision you make, they are promises. Not just in words, but in action. When you fail to act on them, your integrity erodes. Your confidence falters. And slowly, imperceptibly, you become weaker than the world expects and weaker than you should be. The disciplined man treats his commitment as law. Not because someone watches him. Not because someone rewards him. But because he respects the one person he cannot betray, himself. Imagine a builder tasked with constructing a fortress. If he skips bricks, cuts corners, ignores the blueprint, the fortress collapses under pressure. Your life is no different. Every broken promise is a missing brick in the foundation of your strength. Keeping promises to yourself requires courage. Because the world will always tempt you to choose comfort, ease, and instant gratification. Your body will cry for rest when you promise to train. Your mind will whisper excuses when you promise to learn. Your heart will beg for distraction when you promise to focus. And here is the test. Do you obey the voice of weakness or the voice of integrity? Do you honor the man you see in the mirror or betray him for temporary relief? Every action matters. Every choice compounds. Every promise kept strengthens your resolve, while every promise broken diminishes it. The strongest men in history understood this law. They woke before the world, trained while others slept, studied while others played. They did not rely on motivation, applause, or luck. They relied on themselves. They honored their own word because their word was sacred. Discipline is built one act at a time. Every morning you keep your promise to wake early. Every evening you keep your promise to work hard. Every day you keep your promise to stay true to your path. This is how trust in yourself grows. This is how power is born. So, treat your commitments like sacred vows. Say you will act, then act. Say you will endure, then endure. Say you will grow, then grow. No one will notice. No one will applaud. But your inner fortress will rise, brick by brick, promise by promise. Remember, a man who cannot trust himself cannot conquer the world. A man who honors his promises to himself commands his own life. He is unstoppable. He is unbreakable. He is free. Law 7. Reject comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition. It is soft, warm, and seductive. It whispers, rest. Stay here. You deserve this. And most men listen. Most men surrender. Most men live a life of quiet regret, never knowing the power they could have held. Discipline is built in the cold. It is forged in pain, hardship, and the refusal to settle. The strong seek the uncomfortable. Because every moment of resistance strengthens the body, sharpens the mind, and steels the soul. Every great man was forged in discomfort. The soldiers who endured grueling battles. The entrepreneurs who faced bankruptcy and doubt. The athletes who trained before dawn while others slept. They all embraced pain as a teacher. And rejection as a guide. Because comfort creates nothing. Discomfort creates power. Your mind and body crave ease. Your instincts plead for safety. But every time you choose the soft path, you sacrifice growth. Every choice to remain comfortable chips away at your potential. The bed, the warm room, the easy meal. They are chains disguised as pleasure. and the weak will always be their slaves. Reject comfort. Walk into the cold, the storm, the challenge, the unknown. Push your body when it wants to rest. Push your mind when it wants to doubt. Push your soul when it wants to quit. The man who rejects comfort is free. Free from laziness, free from fear, free from regret. He becomes unstoppable not because the world respects him, but because he has trained himself to endure anything. Every step you take into discomfort is a victory over the part of you that wants to quit. Every choice to embrace difficulty is a declaration of your commitment to greatness. Every hardship you endure today becomes a weapon tomorrow.